Today I fucked up by getting hit in the nuts so hard an EMT had to inspect the damage in front of my entire gym. I used to work at a gym in my early 20s, mostly personal training, cleaning equipment, and pretending I knew way more about fitness than I actually did. One evening, I was training a woman recovering from a shoulder injury when a thick resistance band slipped out of her hand and snapped directly into my nuts. I dropped instantly. Not doubled over, I mean completely collapsed onto the floor. 1 second I was coaching her through the stretch, the next I was flat on my back trying unsuccessfully to breathe. My stomach cramped immediately, and within seconds I could already feel swelling starting. Unfortunately, this happened right in the middle of the gym during peak hours. A woman nearby rushed over and said she was an EMT while my client stood there apologizing in horror. The EMT had me lie flat on my back, asked if I felt dizzy or nauseous, and immediately told my manager to grab ice because the swelling was happening fast. By now a small crowd had formed, although most people were doing that thing where they pretended not to stare while very obviously staring. The EMT said quietly, "Don't worry, I'll keep you covered. I just need to check quickly and make sure nothing's seriously injured." She asked if it was okay for her to take a quick look, and under the circumstances, I awkwardly agreed. At the time, that made me think she somehow had a way to preserve my dignity. Looking back, I think she mostly said it to calm me down because there really wasn't any private way to examine that kind of injury right there on the gym floor. She pulled my waistband down enough to properly check the swelling and bruising. She was quick and completely professional about it, but the second she did, I realized the entire gym had suddenly become a lot quieter. Seeing how tense I was, the EMT calmly said, "Relax, we've all seen a penis before." A couple of people gave awkward little laughs. Unfortunately, one of the younger women nearby glanced down and whispered to her friend, "Not one that small." And because the entire gym had gone weirdly silent at that exact moment, way more people heard it than she probably intended. Her friend immediately smacked her arm and whispered, "Shut up." At that point, I genuinely considered never returning to that gym again. In fairness to the girl, I'm a major grower. Unfortunately, I'm one of those guys whose soft state already looks like permanent shrinkage. Meanwhile, the EMT stayed completely professional, finished checking for injuries, handed me an ice pack, and told me I'd probably be sore for a few days. Unfortunately, my wife now thinks this is the funniest story I've ever told her, and she still loves telling it whenever she gets the chance.